fixing pipes for a good cause.
We're going to introduce you to Rotor 2000 Plumbing and Drain. It's actually a company doing plumbing work for nonprofit groups all across the valley. We'll be right back, folks. Welcome back, everyone. Fixing pipes for a good cause. That is what One Valley Company is doing for local nonprofits. So this morning, we are joined by Rotor 2000 Plumbing and Drain President John Smith with more on the work, fabulous work they're doing, all for free, for great organizations that are helping others in our community. Thanks for being here, John.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You know, we always look for companies or organizations and groups in the valley that are doing something good that folks may not know about. So we're glad we found you guys, because we don't even think about those little things that when a nonprofit works, they have to have a building to work out of, things that run.
Absolutely. In the case of some of the projects that we have done, we look out for a charity and nonprofit in the community that their plumbing system is not necessarily up to par, and they're also looking to go down the green path of sorts, and so we're looking to help lead them down that path.
Love it. And I know you're going to be sharing some of those tips for us, for everybody. Why are you so passionate about water conservation?
Well, there's a couple reasons. One, I have young children. I have a 7 and an 8-year-old, and their future and the water of their children in the future is kind of at stake here. Okay, we have water now, but it's the quality of water in the future that we're concerned about. Another reason is the plumbers have kind of gotten a bad reputation over time, and we're ready to go to the next level, to go back to the future where we used to be heroes in your home. And so it was a good way for me to elevate myself in the community, to do something, help educate the community about how to save water, and in turn help people save money. And
you've done some work with organizations like Homeward Bound. Tell me about that.
Well, you know, we approached Homeward Bound when we found out they were doing some work with SRP. And they decided they wanted to go down the green path. But a lot of times when people think green, they don't necessarily think about their toilets or their shower heads. So when we approached them, it was a great relationship. It was a great marriage, because they happened to have had a need. They were using some water closets that were not necessarily up to par, and we were able to team up with a manufacturer called Niagara, and they were actually able to put in toilets that actually flush with the half amount of water that they use.
And something that can make a huge difference with operating costs even, right?
Well, their projected saving is anywhere from 15 to 20% a month.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it will help free up money for other uses in the nonprofit.
Which that's the bottom line, is that's what it's all about, is doing good with that money, not having to spend it on business operations.
Yeah, and the last place you want to put your money, I guess, is down the toilet.
Good way of putting it, that's for sure. If folks are interested and they maybe have some needs and need help out there, some nonprofits, can they get a hold of you guys?
Absolutely. They can go through our website. It's r2kplumbing.com. There's a community projects page.
Oh, perfect.
And on the bottom of that, there's a way to get a hold of us if they want us to work with them in the community.
Okay, very good. That's wonderful that you guys are doing this. And before we go, because it's all about conservation, you have some tips for our viewers to actually, that they can do at home, little simple things.
Absolutely. The number one tip that I can give you is free. You don't need to pay for anything, you don't need to do anything. If you can simply just change a habit in your house,
okay,
you
what
can
habit
save
is this?
water. Well, let's just talk about your showering habits.
Oh,
when
okay.
I first started this, I used to take a 20-minute shower. Okay, my shower head put out 5 gallons a minute. Okay,
wow.
So that was 100 gallons of water I was using for a shower alone. So I took it down to 10 minutes. Okay, I saved half the amount of water, freed up water for somebody else to use.
Okay,
the number one thing that leaks in your house without you knowing it is your toilet flapper.
Okay.
Okay. What you can simply do is get some food coloring out of the back of your cupboard, and put a couple drops in the toilet tank.
Okay.
Wait about 10 to 15 minutes. If anything shows up in a bowl, then you have a leaky flapper, and you're wasting the water without you even knowing it. Okay, this is something that the homeowner
and
can
that
do
looks
themselves.
like it's not even that expensive, I imagine.
This one here was under the $7. Okay, so it's something that a homeowner can do themselves. They don't need a plumber. They don't need a plumbing company, and they can basically just follow the instructions and do it themselves.
Fabulous. One more last quick one. Which one would you recommend?
Well, what I want to point out here is this shower head. And really what I want to point out here is if you're looking to go down a path to saving water, I want you to look for this label right here. It's the Water Sense label. Okay, so basically the government has come up with a program, kind of like Energy Star.
Okay.
Energy Star is one that shows how that appliances are energy efficient. This one actually shows that it's a water efficient
So look for
product.
water sense, and that meets EPA criteria.
Absolutely.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
Little things that we can do. John, we appreciate it. Thanks for the work you guys do out in the community, too.
Well, thank you for having us.
Love it. And if you'd like to know more about, again, what Roto 2000 is doing, you can just check out their webpage. We'll put it all on azfamily.com. And if you know someone making a difference in our community, please tell me about them. Love to hear it. You can contact me many different ways, Facebook, email me, and hopefully we can feature them right here on the show. So, Ryan, ways to not make your money go down the drain.
I know, there are great tips out there, and little things add up. in the
Absolutely.
end.